I'm proud to be both Mexican and Salvadorian. Um, Even though I never actually been to El Salvador, my dad always told me that it was too dangerous to visit as a kid. Right now it seems kind of like mellowed out with the new president. So I didn't really get the chance to experience it firsthand, in the country among its citizens. But I still feel connected to that part of me, especially through my Salvadorian family who lives in Los Angeles, where there is a huge Salvadorian community there. I've been able to pick up the culture through food, languages, and family traditions. It's amazing how much you can learn just by being around people who carry on that history with them. Growing up Catholic, my dad was very Catholic. Religion is a large part of his life, especially like in our family. So when I was a kid, he enlisted me as an altar boy, and so I basically grew up going to church and having religion in our life. Yeah, and on the other side, I was raised deeply in my Mexican heritage. On my mother's side, we constantly went to Mexico as kids, and when I was 7, we actually moved there for a while. I went to school there. I basically like embedded myself into the culture there. I was going to school. Yeah, but my mother bought a house. Well, my parents bought a house when they were younger, and in Guadalajara, Jalisco, and living there really shaped me. I got to experience the culture close up, speak Spanish every day, and I felt I felt. I finally got to experience the culture close up as one of them. Like as a citizen. I'm nationalized over there, so I got that. That's when I could speak Spanish every day, and I got to feel how to live in that part of the world. Eventually, we did move back to California because my older brother started having kids, and my mom wanted to be around them to see them grow up. And that decision has showed me how much family means in our culture. It's not just about where you live, but it's about who you're with. My family's pretty big. I have 7 older brothers. 7 older brothers, and 3 are from my mom's side who are Mexican American. It was with the it was 2 Mexicans basically, and on my dad's side, I have 3 from my dad's side who were born in El Salvador. And then I have my twin brother who, of course, is my twin. We're both born in Northridge, California. So we grew up here as long as my other Mexican American brothers. It's cool to see how each of us connected to our roots in different ways. Although we grew up together, our backgrounds provide us with different perspectives and experiences. Being born in California, it adds another layer to my identity. I feel like California is a giant melting pot of culture of everything. You get everything. You get Asian Americans, Indian Americans, African Americans, you name it, we have it basically. So because of that, I felt like personally, it felt easier growing up, and coming from a different culture. I moved around a lot, so I got to experience living in Florida, and a lot of Southern California. I live in San Bernardino, Palmdale, Upland, Santa Clarita, Valencia, and most recently here in Oxnard, where there is a large Hispanic, Latinx community here, and so I got to see how it feels to be seeing a bunch of different cultures and different variations of the same culture. When I lived in Florida, that brings me back to what the professor was saying about controlling images, because I did grow. I was there living in the rural area with a bunch of white Americans, and you get this like stigma of like you wanna act like well, for me, you wanna act like, oh, I'm Hispanic, Latino, but I want to get my education. I'm not. I need, like, you want to speak English better, and they applaud you for it. I remember being over there, and they were telling me, "Oh, you have really good English. Keep working on it." Yeah, and it feels like, oh, because of that, I get more respect because I can speak the language, and you definitely get hints of well, because I'm this, I'm expected to not know certain things, and I feel like if you don't speak the language and you're seen as slow or um well, slow and oblivious, and I feel but they don't understand how that you can be this very like intelligent person in your own language, and it's not just, oh, because you're branching out and you're trying to pick up another language, and they're like, oh, and they just see you as dumb, but they don't quite understand the other side of it. And yeah, so do you get these stereotypes, and yeah, like in when the lecture said that some Hispanics or Mexicans or are lazy, and all they do is drink and they're loud, and you're like, really, I'm not loud, I speak quiet, and I'm like, is that how I'm supposed to be? So you get these different perspectives, and I feel that that plays a factor of like how some people want to like deviate away from their own culture. They want to, like, we're talking about becoming more white, but yeah, but I do see myself as a Latinx, Chicanx, if I'm saying that right, because I do feel like, yeah, I'm not solely Mexican. I'm also Salvadorian, Central American. So, and I do remember like in school, people would be calling me like, oh, you're a mixed breed and everything, and it didn't really bother me at the time. But now that I think about it, well, watching these lectures, I'm like, huh, were they like, making fun of me or what? But I I see my identity, and I do feel like I can be that and also American, because there is an American culture here being in the United States, and you can really see it if you really pay attention. Sorry, I forgot to add my question at the end of the video. I was getting sidetracked then. So my question is, can you feel a connection to a homeland that you have never visited, and how would that connection look like in your life? Yeah, thank you very much.